As far as Christmas traditions go, it's one of the newer ones, but it's taken households around the world by storm. I am, of course, talking about the elf on the shelf.
Yes, elves like Peppermint here, who's been following us around today, have a very important role. They watch over you by day, report to Santa by night, and then appear in a different location the next day.
Yes, the cheeky elves have been popping up all over the UK for the past 10 years or so. It all began with one family. Chanda and Christa join us now, along with another of the elves here. So, Chanda, how did this all start in your family and then around the world?
Yes, so thank you so much for having us here. It's so fun to come and talk about the elves. So we grew up with this tradition, my sister and I, and when we were little, Santa used to send an elf to our home, and the elf used to watch and listen and then fly back to the North Pole every night to talk to Santa. And in the morning before we woke up, that elf was in a different spot. And so we would race each other out of bed trying to be the first one to spy the elf. And so when I grew up and I became a mom myself, it was like I looked up and I literally saw our elf sitting on a shelf. And I said to my mom, you know what? We should write a story about our elves so other people can enjoy this tradition. So without any money or experience or any reason why we should do this, we couldn't get anyone to publish it. And so we ended up having to publish it ourselves.
People have got on board with this around the world, haven't they? And the elves like to cause mischief around the world, don't they?
There are some imposter elves, right?
Yes.
That might cause a little trouble. They're a lot of fun. This is really about families spending time together, you know, enjoying time together. The whole family can participate. Of course, Santa sends the elves in the book in the box set, right, together with us, and we help families adopt elves. That's what we do for a living. But it sure is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, it's all about magic. If you think about so many things right now, it's just bleh, right? Everyone wants a little holiday cheer. Everybody wants to feel a little bit better. And that's what the Elf on the Shelf is all about. Holiday cheer and some time, really spending time making memories.
We've been asking people to send in their pictures of their elves on the photos. So why don't you have a look at some of these?
Love it.
And see what you think. Who have we got first of all? We have, I believe, thanks very much to Ron from Malden in Essex. He sent this picture of the elves up to no... I'm not sure that's allowed, is it?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to cook a gingerbread.
And next we got, thanks to Nick in Wolverhampton, these little fellas... no, that's...
Oh, my!
That is not an elf.
That is not the elf on the shelf, but it is Patrick Swayze. That is. Those cheeky elves probably replaced a picture, right?
Right, look, here they get it. This is Steve. Thanks very much for sending this in, Steve. They're warming up. And then we've got some more... Well, are they in the microwave? That can't be right.
That is so funny.
No, we definitely have a candy raid here, it appears.
Candy raids are fun.
Sneaking into the crisp cupboard there.
Yeah.
Good place to hide. So gives you a flavour of what you've created here.
I know.
You must be delighted at how big this is.
You know, we are. We started as a small family business. We now have over 100 people that work full-time for Santa Claus to deliver the season. And we get pictures, we get letters, we get calls from kids all over the world asking us all of the questions that they have. What does the elves eat? Do they have pets? What happens when they're not at my house? And so you couldn't have more fun.
One of our favorite questions we get a lot is like, what is the official Elf on the Shelf, right? And so it always comes with the book in the box set, the red legs.
You can't touch it or its magic could
That's
go
right.
away after you've named it, of course.
Got to be very careful.
After you've named it.
These elves have to be very creative, don't they? I mean, do you think these elves sometimes find it a bit tricky to come up with a different spot every night?
I think so. You know, I think it can be a really fun, fabulous game. But we have seen them do everything. They're in the studio here watching over you guys. Yeah, I'm sure
I had
they're
no idea
delivering
about this.
all the good reports. Good reports to Santa Claus.
Oh, in makeup, look.
Oh, man, look at that. How fun.
A touch-up. Everyone needs a touch-up, even the elf, right?
Yes, absolutely love it. Yeah, we've seen, you know, wrapping paper all over kitchens. We've seen, you know, they love toilet paper for some reason. We're not quite sure about that, but candy's a favorite.
Yeah, they like snow angels. I've seen a lot of flour, a little bit of sugar around, which only gives them a little more power. A little sugar and cinnamon, very holiday-esque.
Yes.
Always helps.
And as a mom myself, you know, at one point my daughter grabbed our like little laptop and was literally scrolling through it. And I walked in and I said, "What are you doing?" Because she's talking to the elf. And she was like, I'm showing the elf all the creative things it could be doing. So clearly our elf was not creative enough. There they are.
We've got more sent in here. These are fantastic. Thanks very much to everybody who's there. What's going on with the toast?
A toasty.
It's a toasty, right?
So I wasn't thinking fast enough there.
Yeah. The Beckhams shared their toasty just the other day.
They did. They did. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's our elf mate.
That's right. The elf mates are in the mix.
Yep. So we have several elves from the North Pole.
Elf-sized food. That's always very big.
Yes, elf-sized food is beloved. Well, they got to eat too, right? Yeah.
Our niece's elf is named Pancake, so that was very appropriate.
Yeah. Elf names seem to be a challenge for people. So we have that available on elfonshelf.ie.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk us through. We've had so much fun looking through all those photos. It's got us really in the Christmas spirit.
We appreciate it, you guys.
Such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Absolutely.